Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of As the Crow Flies Hiking. I'm headed out on a weekend camping trip, hiking trip to the Sipsey Wilderness. The Sipsey Wilderness is nestled inside the Bankhead National Forest in Alabama, northwest portion of Alabama. It is a National Wildlife Refuge, so it is a really cool place. And because it's a refuge, there are not that many trailblazes. You simply go on the numbered trails like 202, 204, 206, numbers like that, and you just kind of negotiate your way around. It's been many years since I've been there. Last time I went there was maybe 8 years ago. And I've got an interesting story I want to tell you about that trip. I'll tell it to you sometime on the trail if you stick around that long. But I'm going this time with another hiker, and that is a YouTuber goes by Joe Hikes. He's also from Alabama and a really cool guy. And so check out his channel. So we're just gonna head out and kind of negotiate our way around. Joe is going to be hiking the AT, doing a through hike coming up pretty soon. And so this is kind of one of his shakedown hikes, and he invited me to go, and I really appreciate that. So stay tuned. I hope you'll enjoy the video. I think there'll be some interesting things to see. Waterfalls, a lot of limestone up in that area of Alabama. So the waterfalls off the trail feed into the Sipsey, and that's really cool to watch. Just some interesting rock formations. So here we go. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the trail. Hello everybody, we're in the Sipsey Wilderness, tucked inside the Bankhead National Forest. It's a very rugged wilderness area in Alabama. I'm here with Joe Hikes. Joe's going to be doing the AT. When do you start, Joe?
February 29th.
February 29th.
Approach trail starting.
Follow Joe Hikes as he starts the AT. I think you'll be vlogging, right?
Yes.
All right.
Vlogging, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
So we're going to do a counterclockwise loop for about 20, 25 miles, something like that.
Yep.
And so anyway, let's get started. We just completed 201, and Joe and I are now at a crossroads. This is 209. We're taking 206, heading north towards the river, right?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Okay, we finally gotten to all the rock formations near the Sipsey Wilderness. I'm just gonna spin around, but it's a pretty big drop off with all these rocks down that way, and then the Sipsey is down there. So we're still on trail
206.
We're on 206, and we're heading down towards the Sipsey. Right down there, you can see we made it down to the Sipsey. There's the green tint to the water. Just beautiful, it's amazing. It's real quiet. All you can hear is the birds. And then you move upstream. There's a little sandbar. Just a cool area. The water's just almost crystal clear except for the green tint. It's real deep right here. So we're down here at the Sipsey and we're about to cross. This sign says not 201 going that way. That tells you just kind of the way the trails are here. You better know where you're going. And then this one says laugh out loud 206 ? So it's some interesting trails. We're about to go down here to the water and cross. There's Joe, he's made it across. I'm gonna see if I can cross right there. I got my water shoes on, as you can see. Let's see if we can get across. Oh yeah, that is cold. Joe and I made it across the 206, what are we?
We're on 209. We crossed the part of the river here. We're getting on trail 206 and head north.
All right. Water is freaking cold. You can see, I'm still in it. Why, I don't know, I'm just still in it. But anyway, we're about to head on. We got to cross the water, so now we're gonna go up on another trail across the Sipsey. Here we go. Okay, this is what it looks like when you put your 50-year-old feet in freezing cold water. The veins pop out and turns red. Pretty rough. All right, Joe and I dropped our packs and we are looking at this thing that he showed me called the needle's eye. Obviously there's the little eye of the needle. Really cool formation in the rock. And then the rock wall just keeps on going that way and then goes the other way. And then on the other side is basically an interesting drop off that you can see down here. All right, we're coming back to 206 sign. We came to the campsite, and that campsite took us off a little trail, and the more well-defined sign, we found the sign. So luckily there is a sign down here at this campsite we can follow. Now let's see if I can get across this creek without taking a swim. All right, we just took a break. Where am I? We just took a break and we're now at 208. We just crossed the junction of 206. And this is the parking lot to, what is it? To Thompson Trailhead. So a lot of cars there. So we're heading 208.
208, we're gonna go to 224.
All right. Joe's the navigator. I know nothing about this place. So we're going 208 and then what?
We're going to hit Old Forest Road 224, and that's going to take us to 204.
So if you come to the Sipsey, you better have somebody that knows where they're going because there is not a lot of blazes here at all. All right, we'll see you up the trail. All right, we're coming to the end of day one. I don't know exactly how many miles we've hiked, but it's been an awesome trip so far. Weather's right around 51 degrees. I think it's getting down to low 40s tonight. Looks like it's gonna rain, but it never did. So having a great trip so far. We've had a bunch of trailheads and now we're coming to a junction. We're gonna find a camp near some water and set up camp. And all right, we're at trail junction number 208. Getting close to campsite. So we're gonna go on, which one's this? 208 there. So we're making the turn here and heading down a different trail. So here we go. We don't have far to camp tonight. We are now at the junction of 208 and 224. We're heading this way? Oh, we are heading this way to a campsite. All right, Joe and I have made it to 204 junction, and we're heading that way down to the campsite. Well, how much more we got?
I think we can almost see it from here.
Okay, so we're here. We're going to campsite for the night. We'll check y'all out later. All right, there's my setup for the night. Got my quilt and my insulated pad there, Big Agnes pad. We're up here on top of a little ridge, a little rise. Should be a pretty peaceful evening. Looks like the lows are going to be somewhere around in the low 40s. So looking forward to making dinner and just...
You always tell a camper they got holes burned in all their clothes.
Yeah. So I was telling Joe the story of when the last time I was here at the Sipsey Wilderness, I was with some buddies, and in the middle of the night, I had a night terror. and woke up screaming, thinking somebody was in camp. Of course, they weren't. I just had a nightmare and vividly remember getting out of my hammock and screaming that somebody was in the camp. Of course, it scared everybody to death. Took them a while. The guys calmed me down and said, no, there's nobody here. You're fine. But it made an interesting breakfast the next morning as we made our coffee at the campfire. Needless to say, I don't think those guys ever went camping with me again. But anyway, that's my story.